Morning! Mike Mulhern from MikeMulhern'sNASCAR on the road to Martinsville, Virginia. Martinsville Speedway, place the Clay Earls built, the Clay Campbell runs. Railroad tracks run behind the track, sort of on the grandstand's expansion back there. 65,000 people. How many will be there this weekend? Well, this is pretty much of a walk-up crowd. Not quite sure, but I tell you, the issue that I'm looking at, not the crowd, but the TV ratings. NASCAR isn't doing very well on TV ratings right now, and you can't blame the economy on that. Sorry. What we've got is a sour economy, yes. So people ought to be sitting home watching TV, right? Well, they are, but they're not watching NASCAR. That tells me something is wrong. Somebody needs to fix something. Now they can sweep it under the rug. Hey, you can say that the economy's the reason that crowds are down. Well, maybe so. Times are tough. It's expensive to do this stuff. Just ask MikeMulhern.net. But if they were sitting at home watching on TV, well, ratings would be up. But ratings are down. Ratings are down again. Charlotte down. California down. Just about everything's been down for about 2 years now. Gee, is that a coincidence that the car tomorrow came out about the same time ratings started going down? Hey, I'd be looking at everything if I were NASCAR. Okay? So what do we do about it? Well, when they decide to get down those boats in the Bahamas and spend the month of December counting their money and checking out what went wrong and what went right, I think they ought to take along a mirror. Because I think part of the problem is theirs. Look at Gillian Zucker, for example. West Coast. Los Angeles, second biggest market in the U.S. She had 60,000 people there. I'd say maybe 70,000. Sure, it holds 92,000. But she had a good crowd. The damning thing, we ask her about ticket renewals. Very low. She gets them there, they don't come back. That, to me, says that NASCAR's got a problem. The problem? The product. Not the marketing. If you look at marketing, NASCAR's doing a bang-up job. The promoters are doing a bang-up job. They've got all sorts of promotions going on. They got all sorts of promotions going on. And I think they're doing a good job of getting as many fans to the racetrack as they can. And they're doing a pretty good job on traffic control and things like that, the amenities. Going to a race these days is a lot more comfortable than it used to be. And believe me, I've been in some long traffic jams. Charlotte worked very smoothly. A lot of these tracks are working very smoothly. But we got to get people in front of the TV set. Let's consider what's going on this weekend besides the race at Martinsville Speedway. Halfway through the chase, and we've got Jimmie Johnson running away with it. And if he doesn't win for Rick Hendrick, then maybe Tony Stewart will win for Rick Hendrick, or maybe Mark Martin will win for Rick Hendrick, or maybe Jeff Gordon will win for Rick Hendrick. Juan Pablo Montoya is out to lunch. 200 points down, stick a fork in him. Denny Hamlin, 2 mistakes. NASCAR needs a home run. Sorry, that's a big issue they've got to face this fall. When they sit down and say, what are we going to do next year for the chase? They can either drop it, which would be my suggestion, even though I sort of come to like it. It doesn't work. It doesn't put more people in the stands. It doesn't put more people in front of the TV set. And it doesn't seem to add much life to what's going on. What we've done is we've turned a 36 race season into a 10 race season. Okay? It's not good enough. We need a home run ball, and we need to work on TV and getting more people in front of the TV sets. How do we do that? Okay? You want my advice? Let's drop this car tomorrow. Let's concede it was a good effort, but it failed. The fans don't like it. The drivers don't like it. The crew chiefs don't like it. NASCAR designed it. It doesn't work. It's starting to work a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Some of the races are pretty good, but they've turned off the fans. You can't turn off the fans. NASCAR's got to pay attention to the fans. Speaking of paying attention to the fans, where's the France family? Where's Brian France? We've been looking for him the last 2 weeks. Billy Jr. would have been there. Where's Lesa France Kennedy? Haven't seen her hardly all year. Where's Jim France? Haven't seen him hardly all year. Billy Jr. would have been in every race on Sunday morning. The Frances, right now, they're not. They've got to be fan-friendly, just like they want the drivers to be fan-friendly. Drivers are doing their part. Car runners are under the gun. These race teams cost a lot to run. Promoters doing a pretty good job. The loss of corporate sponsorship, that was a golden goose for a lot of these tracks. They're learning to make do without it. But the product on the track, we've got to concentrate on the product on the track. And I don't think NASCAR's doing enough on that. Get rid of this car tomorrow. Let's go to car tomorrow too. Get rid of the wing. And I have no idea what they're doing with this nationwide series. Where's the Camaro? They got the Mustang. Mustang looks pretty good to me. Camry? Hey, NASCAR needs to lay down the law to these manufacturers. Get the manufacturers online with the nationwide series. Get some ratings up over there. And I don't even want to go to the IRL. The Indy Racing League. I tell you, it's tough being a sports promoter right now. But NASCAR's got a lot of people on its side. It's NASCAR playing the game itself. Friday morning, waiting for another Jimmie Johnson victory at Martinsville Speedway. Hoping for an upset of some kind. I don't know. Mike Mulhern for MikeMulhern.net.